I got to a point in my business where I wasn't in the shop anymore. In order for my business to succeed, I had to be in the office, behind a computer, and I wasn't making enough money for that to be my lifestyle. I also pretty much injured myself. I mean, I really hurt my back doing all this hard work. I'm genetically predisposed to having a bad back anyway. And doing all this hard labor all the time, I mean, I really threw out my back. I mean, I had weeks where I couldn't leave the house and stuff. Just terrible. So the injury coupled with the how did I get here, like what am I doing behind the desk, and add to that the fact that it was extremely difficult to make a living. As much money, I mean, everyone complained about how much money I charged, but I was barely making it, really. I mean, I lived in a tiny house, which was fine. I was single at the time. I didn't really need more than that, but it would have been nice to have a second room. I think I felt like I'd reached a point where in order for me to go to the next level with my business, I was going to have to really change my business model. I was going to have to either get a much bigger space and invest in a whole new tier of machinery and have a lot more people working for me. Or it's kind of like the other option was to downsize and just do everything myself so that at least I was building things, because that's the part that I enjoyed and that's the part that everybody enjoys. But I couldn't really do that because, first of all, I would have had to sacrifice all my precision equipment and I wasn't going to do that. And secondly, my body couldn't take it. You know, I couldn't really lift stuff every day anymore. And I'd always sort of planned to leave LA sometime around when I was 35. I knew I didn't want to stay there. And all of this kind of happened at around the same time. I think I was actually 34 when I left. I put an ad on Craigslist. You know, wood shop for sale, you can turnkey operation, you can move in tomorrow and start building a kitchen. That was about all I said. And $90,000. And somebody answered, a couple people answered my ad, one in particular, and he bought it. And he tried to bargain with me. And he learned that I didn't bargain either. And he couldn't believe it, you know. He'd never paid sticker price for anything in his life. And so I gave him terms. I let him pay it off. You know, we created some kind of weird sales structure, but it all worked out. He paid me all the money he was supposed to, and he paid me when he was supposed to. I mean, I kind of couldn't believe it. He was looking to change his life. He had it. I think he was working in a law firm or something like that, and he was deciding between buying my cabinet shop and buying this French fry place on Venice Beach. So he just wanted a business. He cared less about what kind of business it was. He just wanted to buy a business and own a business and have his own business. That was his priority. But he bought the shop. It was not a easy transaction for either of us. It wasn't super smooth, but ultimately it worked out. And I was able to leave, ironically, right kind of in line with the timeline that I'd set probably 6 years prior. I didn't leave for the reasons I thought I would leave, and I didn't go where I thought I would go. I never thought I'd move to North Carolina.